Peace, welcome to season 3 of Beat Konductaz. I'm Kount Fif. So I'm basically going to be breaking down a beat for you today and then going through my catalog of projects, you know, old projects I've worked on in the past. We'll play a few of them joints. What I use to make beats, MPC 2000 XL. I use the Machine now, a Max 49 MIDI controller, along with the M3, Korg M3, a Mini Nova, Ultra Novation joint, the Moog, the Rogue Moog, and a few other joints, Pro Tools, a bunch of other software. So yeah, man, let's get into it. To start off with this beat, I used a sample from a record I just found recently digging, and the song Windmills of Your Mind, I sampled Never Ending, a song I did with Helter Skelter on my album The Swashbuckler. So there's another record I found. It's on the second side. It's dope. I was like, I gotta sample this too. It's kind of like a part 2 of Never Ending. So I'm gonna play this, and we're gonna play like a little bit of the sample so you get the idea, and then we're gonna go in onto how I chopped up the beat. There you go, son. Okay. Alright, so basically I'm gonna get the tempo of what I want the, you know, I actually sped it up. So I took it up 2 notches, made it a little faster. So then I gotta get my tempo, so I just basically tap it out, you know, just hit the tap tempo, get it at about 84. Like I said, I got all the samples broken down, so then it's just about the different phrases. So I play the different phrases. So we basically just go from there and get my phrases. So I went to a record, just straight took the drums. I get drums from various places. It just depends on the mood I'm in, for real, and what I think it kind of the vibe it needs to go with. So I know I need some raw, gritty drums. So I found this little drum loop at the end of this sample here. So I didn't really want to chop those drums up because they'd sound too choppy. I'd have to do too much to them. I just like the loop how it is. I'm just going to repeat the loop. So I just kind of get the feel. I gotta make sure that that drum beat is that tempo, so I first tap out the drum tempo and get the right tempo, and then if it's not exactly the tempo I need it to fit with the sample, how it is now, then I gotta time stretch it. So I just time stretched it like it was like 84.1. The beat that I'm making is 84.6, so then I just jumped it to that, you know what I mean, and just time stretched it from there. so you just saw me break down a beat. That same record, this joint right here, the Ray Kniff Gene record, has the song The Windmills of Your Mind, which is the song that I sampled for the albums, The Swashbuckler, I did with RML. And basically, I'm going to play that joint, and then I'm going to play you the beat. So here's the sample, and then here comes the beat after that. Alright, so you get the gist of the sample. Now I'm going to play the original joint, or my joint. Uh-oh. So this is the joint I did with Helter Skelter. It's crazy how this song came together, man. Like, they had a show, it was Boot Camp Click, in Baltimore, and we drove all the way up there for the show. We got there a little late. We got with them after the show, polyed for a minute, and then we bounced back to the studio in VA that I had at the time in Woodbridge. So we stayed up. I remember we played them the beat on the ride to the spot, and they was like, they passed out on the way. You know what I'm saying? It was mad late. So we get there, we got some like 5-hour energy drinks because we was gonna be up for a couple hours. We did more than just this song. They chose this beat. I did this beat in 2004 actually. My man Brink had a little bit of help. He played the bass line on it. You know, we kind of all put it together that day. But with the overseeing of what we did with it and everything, with Helter Skelter rocking that night at the studio, it was crazy. After that, we took them all the way back to Baltimore. I remember we had to come back after that, and I had to go to work the next day, so it was crazy. But yeah, that's this joint. So check that out. It's on the Swashbuckler Volume 1, The Viking Wars. Google that. It's on iTunes. So here's another joint. This was called Early 90s. Can't fight the feeling, babe. So this one's pretty raw. We did this one in New York. We shot the video for this. There's a video out. It's on YouTube. It's called Early 90s. It's basically, it's a raw, just simple banger, man. We just wanted to kind of keep it back to the essence that we came up on, 90s hip hop, man, and New York stuff. I mean, you know, I love my home and where I'm from, but there's you know, VA's got a good amount of rappers, but you know, I mean, come on, man, it's the birthplace, so it is what it is. I was always a fan of that. Features my man Double AB and Carnage, some nasty dudes, and one other cat, Torre. I forgot we got this joint I actually sung the hook on. This features Vast Air and Planet Asia. Me and my man wrote the hook. He basically wrote the lyrics, you know, but we wrote it kind of together, had a little influence on the writing, but not too much. And then I did the beat. I also had my man Melodious Monk play on it as well. Cat that produces with Vast Air. He did some production on his Deuces Wild album. I think this is a slept-on song on the record. The record's been out for a little while, you know what I'm saying? It's the last album I've put out. I got some other things in the works, but you know, for right now, we still rocking with this, still promoting this. Supposed to have a video for this, but it just never got finished. I'll play one more joint. This joint right here features Rock Marciano, my man Jason Rose, very talented cat. He's a producer, an MC, musician all around. He plays any instrument he picks up. And we had some other cats originally on the beat that also was supposed to be on the record. We also got my homie Planetary from AOTP and Copyright as well. So it's like a kind of a posse cut joint, very raw. Like this album, like it took about 5 years to make it, so a lot of these beats were made years ago, man, like 2005, 2006, 7, 8. I mean, there's so many different versions of this album, it's crazy. But you know, perfection takes time, man. It's a classic record. It's got a lot of joints on it, a lot of MCs on it. So you see me lay down an instrumental. You heard the catalog. If you want to get at me, Twitter at Kount Fif. It's KOUNTFIF. You know, Instagram, Facebook, all that. It's all linked to the Twitter. So just get at me. If you want to peep our catalog, Man Bites Dog Records, YouTube, all the videos from the Swashbucklers up there. Shout out to RML, Man Bites Dog Records. Shout out to my man PB-Tron, you know what I'm saying, one of the many cats I collab with and do my thing. And shout out to everybody I work with. Shout out to the beat conductors, you know what I mean. My man Olo, Lord Better, you know, shout out to my man Ooh. You know, just doing our thing, man. We're gonna keep it moving, 2013 and beyond. Peace.